When the map was first produced in 1800, which was the first Ordnance Survey map of, in detail, measured with chains by the Ordnance Corps, it was basically in anticipation for the invasion by the French, which obviously never happened. So Kent, where I am, was lucky in that respect. It got a map fairly early on. Today I'm going to basically rerun some of the areas where I found a few Georgian coins. Over there, namely, where it has another segment of the footpath running across it. Basically the penny corner that I described in my previous video is behind us. But that's what I plan to do today. There's a filled-in pond over there as well, which is shown on the 1900 map and is now just a depression in the ground, also worth looking at. So, nice day, fortunately, going to make use of it, and I'll see you at the first hole. You'll see 2425 there, but only iron tone in that bearing, so it's going to be something that's an unusual shape, I'd say. It's now turned into iron tone on both bearings, incidentally, so I'm going to pass on that. Bit of aerobatics going on overhead. Tiger moth. Nine to 13. Bear in mind this is only the second target of the day. Right, the hole's not more than about 3 or 4 inches deep, but it's showing us in this clod here, so I'll try and keep things in view. And it did sound like it was something quite small. There it is. What have we got? A button. A tiny little button. Quite a compact, concise sound, so that sounds hopeful. Right, if it didn't say so, it was 18 to 20 on the scale. The scale on the Vanquish is -10 to +40, incidentally. What do we got? Ooh, something interesting. A floral, petal-shaped something. Copper alloy decoration. Decoration, I would say, for some sort of saddlery or something, but we'll clean it, and if anyone has any brighter ideas, let me know. Felt like I was almost going to run out of batteries before I found the 5th target. The targets today quite spartan, but that shouldn't put you off, because if you keep going, sometimes in those spartan areas you suddenly find something good. May not be the case now, but we've got a 15, it's on the surface somewhere. Something small on the surface, so hopefully easy to find. Hole, it's in this plug here somewhere, something quite small. That's what I'm anticipating anyway. What's that? Ah, it's the proverbial beaver tail. Ring pull. Okie dokes. Right, this one here. 10, quite shallow. Not terrible. Right, so it's in this clod here, this one. Quite a low number. Right, it's in here. Whatever it is in here. Get the old pinpointer. Alright, it's quite a ghastly sound. Move that way a minute. Something really small. It's a tiny little... I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is at all. Right, well, we'll clean it and see if there's any detail. 3/4 on the depth gauge. Right, it's in this plug here. Plug's about 6 inches deep. Just turn the old pinpointer on. Right, what's it going to be? Oh, it's a coin, I think. Oh no, it's not, it's a button. It's a button. There you are, Victorian, sort of undecorated. It hasn't got a cast shank, so more likely to be Victorian than Georgian. On to the next. Right, only 2 feet from that button, or maybe a yard. We've got 17. Now that doesn't sound like a symmetrical object. Right, that clod's about 9 inches deep. See what we can find. It's in here somewhere. Just check the pinpointers on. Oh, there it is, you can see it. Another button, is it? Now that looks less like a button. I don't know if you can see there, but that looks old certainly, but some sort of stud or rivet. 14, 50% on the depth gauge. I think it's too big to be a coin, unfortunately. Right, quite a shallow hole. It's in this plug here, so hopefully we'll find it quite quickly. Yeah, I think I can see it. What the hell's that? Oh, it's Canslaw. It's been through the combine. Alright, this one here, 13, 14. Quite a lot of iron in the tone. But because it's showing full depth, you have a look there. Obviously as the object gets out of range, there's a chance it'll pick up background signals too from the earth, so we'll dig this one. Right, whatever it was down at some considerable depth, good 7 or 8 inches. So as usual, I can hear it, but I can't see it. Right, piece of aluminium, unfortunately. Another piece of Canslaw. Right, onto the... Weirdly, this one is actually visible, which sometimes happens, so don't know if you can see it. It's one of those probably 18th or 19th century buttons. Right, see the footpath running across there to the telegraph pole, and here A nice crisp 22, 24. Could this be a coin? Possibly. Right, the hole's about 5 inches deep, and the object is in here somewhere. Right, it's in that one. So, damn it, something aluminium, unfortunately. Between that tree and the far hedge was where I found those half a dozen Victorian pennies, and the Victorian, what was it, 1877 threepence was in front of that building, this side of the hedge obviously. But this was a boundary line, a hedge line that ran from that tree to the tree behind me there, and I've got a signal on that line. So 22, 28. It's quite shallow though. Right, my suspicion is it's aluminium because it's got fizzy edges. The sound, I mean, the sound has got fuzzy or fizzy edges. That's what I'm listening to when I'm listening for coins, particularly milled coins. I mean, hammered coins have qualities of their own, obviously, because they're thin and the eddy currents reverberate off the back surface and give you much lower numbers when you're getting down to less than a millimetre thick. You get the eddy current reverberation. Right, it's here. Is it aluminium? Yeah, it is. I was right, it's a tiny little blob of aluminium, unfortunately. 1112. Doesn't sound like aluminium. Right, in this clod here, somewhere. Or maybe not. Yeah, that's on. I thought that was it. What is that? It's a spoon handle, I do believe, or some such thing. Right, on to the next. Right, I'm at a spot where I found a 1877 threepence. So, got quite a nice signal here. Just 24, 25. That was 2 visits ago, incidentally. I found that. Alright, there's the hole, and it's in here somewhere, in this clod. Just break it up a bit. Sounded like quite a sweet signal. So, could it be a... Oh, here we are. Right, is that in shot? Hopefully, whatever it's going to be. It's not a coin, but it's some sort of fixture, unfortunately. Alright, still near that same spot. We've got 22, 23. Reasonably small, so could this be a coin? Right, certainly deep. So, somewhere in this side wall here. Don't know if you can see that. Right, possible my hole's just off centre too much. It might be an odd-shaped object too. Right, it's come out of the hole. That's a penny. Who have we got on there? Get the sun on the coin if we can. Who have we got? Alright, okay. Edward the 7th, I do believe. Right, okay, on to the next. Over the brow there, which is where I was working for the first part of the video. Anyway, this one, '23, whatever it is here in this clod here. Piece of valley. Oh, what a shame. Okay, well, on to the next. 728. I have my doubts about this one. To have my doubts. It is in fact a piece of aluminium can or something. Tiny little steel ring, would you believe? Not a gold ring, unfortunately, just a steel ring. Some sort of washer, actually. Right, I'm in that area where I found that little Victorian watch winder near the footpath, which runs up the right here. And oh, there it is. 29. Settling at 22. Could be a coin. Right, this clod's about 5 inches deep. That's a coin. At least I've managed to find 2 coins. What have we got on this one? It's quite worn, to be fair. I was trying to get it into the light. Well, anyway, who is it? Could be Victoria. I'll clean it up. The pond behind there, a deep pond, still in the same area, and got or 21. Well, it's very, very deep. I don't know if you can see, probably about 10 or 11 inches. It's some sort of copper alloy, something with a slot in it. It's too neat to be pre-Victorian, unfortunately, but that's what it was. Straight ahead you can see the depression in the ground, I would hope. That was the pond marked on the 1900 map. Evidently it's been filled in. I've not found much here at all. The other side of the pond there was a farthing, possibly Victorian, a couple of other bits, but a halfpenny, I think, an Edwardian halfpenny down by the hedge over there, but not much. The stubble is still pretty long and stiff, unfortunately. I'm just going to do another lap of that feature, and see if something won't turn up. I'm right by the feature I've just mentioned, incidentally, so let's see what this thing is. I think I can see it. What is it then? It's a bullet. It's a bullet with the tracer end on it. Right, another 19 or 20. Right, see what that is. Right, appears to be down there in the side wall, so there it is, piece of can, unfortunately. Tin can. 27.30, that's not very promising. Right. Yeah, just one gets cynical if the numbers are high in the 30s, because there are certain reasons why the eddy currents are stronger in certain shaped objects, for example, and in iron as well. But on this occasion, what do we got? We've got something different, fortunately. Don't know if it's part of a machine, but that so well could have been a coin, actually. I think it's just a piece of machinery. Anyway, on to the next. And then again, right by that last one, a real pinger of 36. So perhaps another piece of machinery. I should really have known that's a huge piece of aluminium. I don't know if you can see there, just below the surface. Go on camera, focus. Anyway, that's what it was. Now, this here, incidentally, you hear that sound, it's a high number, 32, getting up to 32. It's going to be alley, I reckon. Lo and behold, great deep hole and a bloomin' alley washer. There's an awful lot of can slaw along the top of this field, because basically it goes through the combine, so lots of tin cans and stuff. One more. Not really inspired by that connection, but sorry, I said connection, I meant signal. It's the woman in my headphones. Keeps telling me I've lost the connection when I turn the Bluetooth off. Right, it's a ring actually. It's a copper piece of plumbing, I think. Well, anyway, I think it's a piece of plumbing. So I'm going to head back now. Well, that's pretty much it for today. Not the most amazing detect. Have found Georgian down here on previous trips, and that petal-shaped copper alloy thing today. Victorian coins. On my previous video, there's a collection of them right over there to what would be the east. Haven't explored the northern sector of this very large permission yet, so that'll come in time. I've got Sennheiser earbuds, by the way, which work well with the Vanquish because they're aptX or low latency. And what you have to do is you have to put a headband on, or something of that nature, because they don't have ear clips, so when you're digging, obviously they fall out. But Sennheiser, yeah, they're not that expensive, and still cheaper than the Minelab headphones anyway. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next outing, which hopefully will be soon. Thanks for watching. Quick roundup of 29 items found. Piece of aluminium, something or other, alley, more aluminium, can slaw, aluminium. I thought this thing was something more interesting, but it is just actually a piece of burnt aluminium, I think. Aluminium ring pull, and another piece of something undiscernible. This, I think, is part of a machine. That's the end of a spoon, definitely. It's got some sort of marker on it. Aluminium washer. That's a piece of plumbing, unfortunately. Nothing discernible, or let's say there's no stamp or anything, it's just plain copper. Definitely a piece of plumbing or machinery. Washer, some sort of attachment, another copper alloy, something, piece of machine perhaps. Edward VII, 1901 penny, George V penny, and I got 3 buttons, a large, a medium and a small. So, and then this thing, this odd shaped stud thing. This tiny thing, I have no idea what that is. I don't know what it's made of either. It's lead, I think, from the weight of it, but there's no decoration, it's absolutely tiny. Rather pretty floral decoration, copper alloy, and finally a bullet.